good. Yes, we have our next match ready waiting for us. Yeah, we're just having some, we're just buying some time, spending some time, quality time together. Beautiful.
It's beautiful. We heard someone together.
And we're just getting the lineup set up as well. It looks like our first matchup here is going to be Nicoract going up against JoliwaLoves.
Beautiful. Here we go. TVP. I know that Nicoract was in the chat, so maybe he was watching and getting some ideas there.
Oh no, he saw our shame.
Shame.
He was
shame on my side.
He was watching our 2v2.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, oh, Ghost Rush, I remember. I'm gonna float the racks in.
You're gonna float the racks into a walled off area.
Hey, at least I noticed.
True.
Imagine if I had a ghost trapped in there the whole time.
And to be fair, I was 100% behind you, by the way. I thought you had a plan. I was like, oh, this is gonna go.
It's just a bad plan.
Okay, we have to center ourselves here. I'm just setting up all the matchups because it looks like the lineups have been revealed.
Beautiful. As here we go, spawning in on Babylon. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing for PSISTORM in the lovely purple Terran pieces, this is Nicoract.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponent, the Chinese Protoss player representing Team Starlight Twinkle. SLT, it is JoliwaLoves.
Need a moment to adjust myself.
I know. We've been having too much fun. We've been, we need to put our pants back on.
My cow is all out of milk.
Oh my god. And we have a fresh new series here. So for those wondering what's been happening, !B in the chat. We just finished casting Platinum Heroes versus CSO Esports, and now we have this last remaining best of 7 here to really finalize the group and figure out who is the best and who is the worst of these 4 teams in this Invitational. It has been a round robin group stage, and it all comes down to this matchup. PSISTORM Gaming going up against the Twinkling Starlight.
Yeah, here we go. This is a chance for one of those teams to separate themselves and get into that top 2 of this. Get into that top 2 of the ladder here. We are going to be looking to have a bit of a fast expand coming out from the Terran, so not going to be going for the double gas despite the smaller map here. This is something that, especially with Oliveira's success in recent times, has been coming back into popularity.
Yeah, has been kind of a bit of a rise here amongst the Terran players. Unfortunately, Nicoract, it looks like he hasn't been inspired by Milky Cow, or maybe he's saving that for a little bit later. Meanwhile, nice sneaky SCV did go around the edge of the base, did avoid scouting, and we do have a bunker behind the mineral line.
Yes, that bunker's going to be very annoying there, as we do to see a very standard opening coming out apart from that. Meanwhile, here for the Protoss player, going to be going into Twilight Council, so most likely just going to be Blink that we're seeing here.
Yeah, we saw that a lot out of JoliwaLoves as we were able to cast him a couple of days ago. Yeah, if you recall, he was going for a very kind of gateway-heavy compositions, going into Colossi afterwards, if you recall.
I have to admit, I don't recall.
Oh. Never mind.
As we do see Nicoract just going to be trying to go after this last probe here. The Adept going to be able to keep that one safe. The battery going to be coming up soon here so that he can, you know, eventually retake this base here, get this mining going once again. As long as he doesn't lose too many probes here, this is not really that bad. I mean, he can even start mining here from those edge bases. Sorry, from those edge mineral patches here. So he hasn't been interrupted too much. I really like his response here. Definitely not overreacting whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it just forces a little bit of lost mining time here and there, but we have a shield battery. We have our units as well. We're dipping back in and out to top them up with those shields, and eventually this should be cleaned up. There we go. The SV finally goes down, and soon after should be this bunker.
Yeah, very nicely done here by JoliwaLoves. He is going to be losing one probe, so not ideal. We do get the salvage here, and we get the Reaper out as well, so that's very nice here for the Terran. Behind this, he is just going for a very standard build. Going to be using this Hellion with the Reaper to get the scouting, and then just a 2-mine drop behind that. So this is a extremely standard build, one that's been around for a very long time as well.
Yeah, nothing too fancy coming out here from Nicoract. Meanwhile, I also should correct myself. I was just quickly checking some of the history here, and JoliwaLoves, over the past 2 days, we have been casting him, and he has only been playing against Zerg. If you recall, he's only been going for these Glaive Adept openers. So this is actually the first time that we're seeing him here against Terran. It was actually ReWhite who was getting all the PVTs.
There you go. That's why honesty is the best policy. I told you I don't remember it, and it's because it didn't happen.
Yeah, there you go. You didn't remember it because it didn't exist. Oh.
Like that ghost game. Never happened.
It never happened, Bobby. As we do have the Lord Drop coming into the main base, and no reaction!
Oh, no reaction!
No! Oh, no!
A bad reaction. Oh, 10 probes go down. That's about as badly as that possibly could have gone. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, this game has gone from relatively okay, relatively even, to disastrous for the Protoss. This Hellion gonna jump in here, add a bit of insult to injury as well. Not gonna be able to DPS through that shield battery, but is gonna make its presence known.
Oh, yeah, there we go. The Hellion does go down, and on top of that, the Widowmines even survived as well. The medevac is going to be able to get the hell out of there. The Stalkers are doing their best to maybe try and intercept, but they are too little too late. Nicoract escapes and gets back home.
Yeah, comes back home to the safety of the bunker and the tank behind this. We do see charge being committed, as well as that +1 arm, a few extra gateways, and man, I don't know how JoliwaLoves going to come back into this one. It feels like he's going to have to go for some kind of all-in. The medevac goes down with the mines. Not ideal, but far from enough to get back into this game for JoliwaLoves. There's still plenty of work to be done here.
It's something.
It is something.
It could have been worse. You know, the drop could have gotten across the map and gotten another 10 probe kills. So at least he doesn't have that stuck in the back of his mind, constantly concerned about the Widowmine drop. So that has been shut down. Meanwhile, we do have a little bit of Liberator harass. Liberator has been able to sneak out across the map. Only a single probe kill, though. Hasn't gotten too much damage. JoliwaLoves has been able to keep up with that at least.
Yeah, so we'll be keeping on top of that. We see a lot of gateways going down as well. Just going to be kind of hedging a bit of greed here to try to get himself back into this game. Really skipping hard on those units, relying on the scouting of those few Stalkers and the Observer at the front of his base. Meanwhile, for Nicoract, he is just progressing ever comfortably towards this stim timing. And once the medevacs and stim is finished, we should be seeing him move out.
Yeah, exactly. We should be seeing him move across the map. We just see a scan, and the Observer gets sniped. So JoliwaLoves is going to have a little bit less scouting information available here, as we have a salvage, we have an unsiege, and Nicoract is going to be moving out. The tank is stuck. Oh, he saves it.
Fine, Buffy. He saves him.
Let's go. He saw him. He noticed. Senpai.
We do have that replacement Observer coming on in, but we are, getting that third up and running. That's pretty close to, well, it's at least halfway done, so that's very nice here for the Terran. This push here is going to be really scary. It's going to be very difficult to hold here. The gateways are coming up, so we are going to start getting those big Zealot war pins, but probably going to need 2 of those war pins to keep himself alive here. There's the first one.
God, there's the first warp in here from the right-hand side. We do see the entire army converging. He does dive on top of this before the tanks are able to siege, but is there enough Protoss?
Yeah, looks like he's going to be trading out. Does take down all of the tanks here, and with that next warp in, the Zealots should be able to keep himself safe. But this is not bad for Nicoract. He trades out a lot of those value units there for the Protoss, and we do still see he's pretty heavily ahead in supply.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Still working on that third CC. It is now done. It's being landed here on location. But at least JoliwaLoves didn't really sustain any economic losses here. He's still behind, don't get us wrong. He still needs a fourth base. He still needs to somehow catch up. But at least he was able to reset the tank count.
Yeah, and here we go. We do see Nicoract going to be going into mines, getting a nice early Ghost Academy as well. So we'll be getting that EMP up pretty quickly. That can be it's a really nice way to play. I do like this a lot on the 3 bases, getting this up early, just to start EMPing the gateway units. I think Storm as well is a very natural transition out of this style for the Protoss. So just staying one step ahead of that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This is being scouted. We see a massive warping in the main base of Nicoract. The Zealots have arrived. They're going to be getting, almost a full surround on that Ghost Academy. But no, he wants a little bit more damage. He's going for the third base at the same time. Nicoract does have that double drop across the map, but no, he backs off.
Yeah, Nicoract kind of splitting up his own attention here, and he's going to be suffering because of that. 9 SUVs going down. This main is in huge trouble here as the Ghost Academy gets taken out as well.
Oh my god, the Widowmine Drag as well connects on the MindelVK, so they do get softened up. The Zealots wreak havoc here in the main and the third base. 11 SUVs is going to be going down, and the Zealots are not done. The Prism is going to be able to get the hell out of there, and JoliwaLoves, he's continuing to push.
Yeah, great timing there by JoliwaLoves, and maybe a bit of an ill-advised choice here from Nicoract to push out so early against a player that's massing Zealots like this.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little bit too cavalier as the main army is rocking up towards this third. Is JoliwaLoves overextending, though? These Zealots are going to be cleaned up, and the Stalkers... Oh, no, never mind. The Zealots, they just push on through anyway. They didn't even care. And the MindelVKs get focused down.
Oh, the MindelVK's going down. That is huge there. That means that these units can't stay and fight. These Zealots just going to wreak havoc. And with the next warp in, I just don't know how we hold here as the Terror. I mean, oh, the Prism goes down. That'll do it.
Oh my god, that was so close. The Prism does go down, but is that even going to be enough as the Stalkers break on through? The boys are being pulled. We only have SCVs to defend. GG gets called, and JoliwaLoves takes game 1.
GG. A great little comeback there from JoliwaLoves. Maybe a little bit ill-advised there for Nicoract to move out on a bit of a lower supply there when JoliwaLoves was on such low tech and does get punished for that. Maybe just thought he was a little bit further ahead than he actually was.
Yeah, exactly. The onus was on JoliwaLoves to make something happen and find some damage, and he just found the most opportune moment to go in with his with his Prism, with that massive warp in, and the damage that he dealt was absolutely insane.
Yeah, JoliwaLoves showing that he knows how to maneuver those Prisms. He knows how to do the Protoss things.
You know?
It's a dirty, dirty Protoss.
Oh my god, this is what I was talking about, or what we've been kind of trying to hype up over the past couple of days, and that is the fact that these Chinese players are typically very isolated. They typically only play in their own events, you know, whether it's the DreamHack regionals or Chinese only events. So it's really great to see them branch out a little bit more. We've seen Hyperion be the ace player of SLT and do so well. He 2-0'd young Yakov yesterday, a couple of days ago, and now JoliwaLoves even takes a game here off of his opponent.
Yeah, that's right. But here he is looking to make a comeback in this series. In the bottom left-hand corner, sending out a bit of a proxy SCV as well. This is PSISTORM's Nicoract.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the Chinese Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle SLT. It is JoliwaLoves.
Hey, they got the logo now. Looks nice.
Yeah, look at it. The S, the L, and the T. It's all in there.
True.
Oh.
It's not very, like, twinkly, though.
Yeah. It's not. It could do with some sparkles.
Yeah. Stormgate. Sparkles on emblems, please.
True.
Look out for your boys.
Oh, there we go, Papi. There we go. As Nicoract is going for that singular proxy racks across the map. Only a single SCV was sent out, so not the most committed of proxies. But he could go for...
There's no space for the tech lab. He forgot.
No, Milky Cow had to lift up his racks for the tech lab as well, if you remember.
Okay.
It's a part of the build. It's a part of the build.
Okay. As we do see that, it's going to be scattered pretty quickly here by JoliwaLoves. It's going to be opening up here with the Zealot just to be safe. So very standard response here coming out from the Protoss. Just going to be very slightly delaying that expansion as well just to get that out.
Yeah, exactly. Really respecting Nicoract's ability to proxy here is going to be making the Zealot. Is going to be scouting around a little bit to try to find that proxy. It looks like for the time being he doesn't come across it. Meanwhile, across the map, just being as annoying as possible with that probe.
Yeah, just trying to cause a lot of disruption here. Zealot is going to be scattered out here. Nicoract actually going to be continuing to make Reapers here, so going a bit more aggressively into this despite not having a bunker here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, the bunker is on the way on the low ground. The Reaper already gets one probe kill in the main base. JoliwaLoves was a little bit distracted, and if he's not careful, he may lose another. Oh.
There we go, two of those going to be going down. The Stalker is going to be used to try to take out this Reaper before it can get there to the bunker, but fantastic grenade there.
The probe!
Oh, the probe gets it, and the probe's going to get the SEV too. Oh, this probe is a hero.
Made the hero probe with 2 kills. How often do you see a probe kill an SCV and a Reaper? What? Oh, no.
Not going to lie. As the Terran, I'd just leave. That's so tilting.
Oh my god. So both players taking some hits here. JoliwaLoves lost 2 probes earlier, but the bunker has just barely been shut down. That's the other important thing to take note of, is that the bunker was like 1 second away from finishing, and the probe was able to stop it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought that the Stalker going after the Reaper was actually the wrong choice because he could have guaranteed that he stopped the bunker, and that's kind of just as good. But he gets both. He knew puppy.
Oh my god! Is he gonna get... He gets both!
Oh. Oh no.
Oh my god.
What a tilter.
JoliwaLoves, by the skin of his teeth, with a 2 hit point Stalker, he is able to take down both Reapers and completely shuts down this proxy.
Absolutely insane stuff coming out from JoliwaLoves. Behind this, we do see Nicoract is going for the reactor mine follow-up. This is a really good follow-up to this, but it's also a very dangerous follow-up, and one of these mines already going to be scouted. This is where things start to get a little bit weird, because all that he has back at home to defend is those mines. Looks like this Rax is going to be going down as well.
Yeah, the Rax is going to be going down. Meanwhile, Nicoract, he's following up with the Milky Cow special. We have an armory on the way, so he's just doubling down on this. He has to make something happen. MindelVK is out, but he has to be careful. He has to make sure he's able to avoid these Stalkers, but if he moves out with too many of these mines...
I was bringing the probes to suck up the mines.
Oh god, they're coming, puppy. He's crazy, but the mines have gone.
He brought 3 probes to soak up the 3 mines,
What?
and that's going to make this get really out of control.
Oh
but good retarget there coming out from those mines. The extra 2 probes going to be coming back in. The mines being blanket dropped over the Stalkers, but this is fine. I mean, JoliwaLoves buying himself so much time here. I don't think he realizes that these are permanently cloaked, so this probe move is not really going to work.
Yeah, it's not really worth it in the end. I mean, the Stalkers are going to be able to... Oh, God, there's so many mines! It's just mono battle mines! He's not stopping!
Yeah, this is... I've played this kind of game before, actually. This is pretty much the only thing you can do, because, I mean, look at his base. He doesn't have a Rax. He lost his Rax.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a starport. I mean, or he doesn't have anything he can make off the starport to help deal with this. JoliwaLoves making a pylon in his main. This game is insane here. And he proxies a gateway. Oh, and more pylons. I love this. This is actually genius. There's just not enough units here to respond to this. I mean, the mines can't deal with the buildings.
Oh, they cannot deal with the buildings, but you know what? The Rax has been rebuilt. We have 1 Marine here to DPS all of this down. Meanwhile, across the map, the mine drop is coming in. We have a reaction. Oh god.
Yeah, good reaction coming out from JoliwaLoves. He does have a robo as well, so he will be able to get an observer up in time. Even has some cannons on the way, so this response very clean, very rehearsed coming out from JoliwaLoves.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. I'm sure all that time on the Korean ladder that I'm sure he's put in has prepared him for this day.
Jesus Christ, everything gets shut down. Oh, a couple of mine shots are going to be going off though, so JoliwaLoves does slip up a little bit as 10 probes go down, but there's nothing to stop these Stalkers.
Yeah, what are you going to do about this gateway in your main and these stalkers? This is such a sick response from JoliwaLoves.
It is sick, but 10 more probes go down, 20 in total, but he warps it aggressively across the map. His base is your base. What's happening?
The call is coming from inside the house.
Oh, he was trying to snipe the observer. GG!
Oh my god. That's a sick game.
Oh my god. He's crazy.
That's so good.
That was insanely good. JoliwaLoves. You know, when the probe snuck,
style points.
When the probe went into the main base, I was about to comment and say, mate, if he realizes the probe is in the main, he could go for a proxy pylon in the corner of the main. But I saw him leave the probe a little bit idle for a second, so I didn't think that he would. And he doesn't even hide it. He just puts it in the face of Nicoract. He doesn't even care.
Right in his face. Yeah. What's he gonna do? Mines don't shoot pylons. Today I learned.
They don't. Crazy. With that, Starlight Twinkle take a very strong 2-0 lead here in this best of 7 team league match. We can have a quick look here at the rest of the matchups as we switch our scenes over. And yeah. Up next is going to be Namshar versus ReWhite, and after that, MindelVK against Hyperion.
Yeah, there we go. So we're going to continue to get that Chinese Protoss action here. And we were talking about it a bit before, that for people that haven't really seen these players play much before, that these are very strong players. They're very exciting players to watch. And so far, JoliwaLoves has lived up to that reputation and showing off his skills and showing off the brain as well. That was very like SOS-esque.
It was. It really was. I gotta give props where props are due, especially because JoliwaLoves, his PvZ left much to be desired. These past couple of days, you know, it felt like he has like a one-track mind. Every single game he went for a variation on Glaive Adepts, basically, against Zerg. But here against Terran, especially against some of this cheese as well, like, oh my god, it was just so well done. I'm impressed. Definitely impressed.
Yeah, great adaptation. And I mean, it all seemed quite rehearsed as well. When he brought those probes across the map, I immediately realized that it wasn't a mist rally. It's like to soak up the 3 mines. He had 3 probes for 3 mines instantly.
Yeah, and even though they didn't end up being used to soak up the mine shots, some of them were definitely, but just adapt on the fly, right? Like, or maybe rehearsed, as you said. Maybe it's happened before where, you know what? The probe somehow made it into the main. Let's just throw it down the pylon. Let's just just go.
Just the presence of mind there to see the win condition and not be thinking about like, man, how do I prevent this damage to my probes? How do I keep my economy alive? There's so many mines coming here, but to see that win condition so crystal clear was really cool to watch.
Definitely. Wow. GG, well played. JoliwaLoves opening our eyes once again here, and oh boy, again doing really well for his team in this match, and now things are going to fall upon the other SLT Protoss player. ReWhite is going to be coming out next to face Namshar in a PvZ.
Yeah, here we go. So going to be a bit of a different PvZ. Have we seen ReWhite play PvZ yet?
You know what? Let's just double check that. Let's double check. ReWhite played against Milky Cow, against CSO Esports, and against against Platinum Heroes, he played a PvP against Art. So we have not.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna see Glaives as well.
I mean, they are teammates, so it is very possible that is going to be the case. As we are going to be setting things up, game number 1 is going to be on Near Humanity, so a little bit of a weirder one. You'll have to see it.
Yeah, Near Humanity for PvZ. Yeah, that's very odd. I mean, the last PvZs that I've seen on Near Humanity, I think it was Raynor taking that front base with the rich gas. That's the last one I can remember.
Yep. We've seen Raynor and Cyril both make use of that forward base quite well. So I wonder if Namshar has been looking at that as well. I'm really curious to see how he approaches Neo Humanity.
Yeah, definitely. So the last time I saw Namshar as well was in the ZBZ. He did struggle a bit with the 12 pool, so I am kind of curious to see how he's going to deal with something a bit more aggressive. I do know not to speculate too much, but when players haven't been playing for a while or they're coming back or a bit, not necessarily practicing as the hardest, it can be the more aggressive builds that can be a bit more difficult to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. If your opponent's in your face and suddenly you start panicking, suddenly, your muscle memory isn't going to be quite enough. So we'll see how things do progress here as we get into our second best of 2 of this series.
And here we are spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map for Starlight Twinkle. This is our Protoss in the blue. It is ReWhite.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have his opponent, the Swedish/Canadian Zerg player representing PSISTORM Gaming. It is Namshar. I love Emperor Fubel in the chat. He's like, mate, imagine Dolan, Milky Cow, and Gumi God all had a baby.
Oh. Wouldn't be the first time I've imagined that.
You're an animal. It would be an abomination, but the most pure Terran out there. The most real Terran, really.
It's a menage a trois, but the house isn't built out of bricks and mortar. It's built out of Play-Doh and sticky tape.
But it somehow weathers a hurricane, It stands strong.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
I thought of that.
It shouldn't, but it does. It's crazy.
This is what I do with my probe as well. I just think it's funny to attack stuff with the scouting probe.
Sure, ReWhite thinks it's funny as well. As we have a pretty standard opener, hatch gas pool coming out here from Namshar. Of course, ReWhite confirms that and is just, being a little bit annoying.
Zap-a-dib zap.
You love to
he's
see.
done. That's enough.
oh,
GG! GG!
Totally.
It's always Protoss players that do this.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Eba did spray in his game. Did you see?
No.
He sprayed under his spawning pool. He did like the what face. The
Oh
twitch.
yeah, he always does that.
Yeah.
He likes it.
He likes it, Poppy. Oh, as Namshar is moving out with his drone, but unfortunately isn't going to be taking the forward third, is setting up via the triangular third instead.
Yeah, so going to be a pretty standard game coming out from him. Meanwhile, for ReWhite back at home, he's going to be making a Stalker first, so maybe trying to trick and hide his build a little bit. We'll have to check that vision of Namshar there. Looks like, yeah, he didn't scout the Stargate, and pretty unusual here to go for that Stalker with the Stargate, so might be hard for him to work this one out.
100%. I mean, ReWhite's doing such a great job at denying information, denying scouting here from Namshar, so he's going to have a hard time at recognizing what is going to be happening here, and as a result, he may be skipping out on some Spore Crawlers. We do see 2 Slowlings trying to slip one in, but no, the Adept was in position, and the scout is denied.
Yeah, nicely done there. As we are going to have that Adept heading out across the map to get a little bit of scout. Heading across the map, just kind of shading around, looking around for any Ling Bane aggression or anything like that. As we do see that first Oracle going to be finishing up, and the third going down nice and early here. Yeah. Very early, actually.
There we go. Third base is thrown down. Usually we want to throw this down as like the second Oracle is finishing, so we have something to defend. So this is quite greedy from ReWhite. Meanwhile, the first Oracle does reveal itself, and there are no spores, but we have 2 queens in each mineral line. We are fine. Oh my god!
Oh. Oof. Control wasn't quite there. unfortunately. That Oracle going to be going down without any kills. Bit of a disaster.
Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there by ReWhite. Namshar shuts down the opener that was hidden, gets away with avoiding all of these spores, and because one Oracle died, that means we no longer have one-shot potential. That means that Namshar doesn't really have to throw down any spores.
Yeah, we can go really greedy out of that, and that's exactly what he's doing, throwing down extra gases, getting his lair, droning as hard as he can, just completely skipping out on those units if he doesn't have to make them, and he is going to be able to get a nice little lead out of that.
He really will, and ReWhite has to try and get back to the drawing board here and come back in a bit of a different way. He's already transitioning. He has a Forge and a Twilight Council on the way to get into Blink and +1, which will be quite good, but unfortunately, he can't really do much of anything right now to stop the economy of Namshar.
Yeah, there we go. The fourth does go down. Going to be a very standard game coming out of the Protoss here. Going into Blink, going into those 3 Oracles as well is going to be, remaking that 3rd Oracle anyway, despite losing that first one. And he scouts out the 4th as well. So be interesting to see how he reacts to that. I think throwing down a 4th of his own wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad as the 2 Oracles dip in with the help of the Adepts and they get 4 drones. At least they get something here for their troubles. They're able to slow Namshar down a little bit. I think that's quite important because Namshar is powering on up. We have Roach Speed on the way. We have +1 on the way as well. An interesting approach when playing against Ground Toss. It is definitely possible. We rely a little bit more on Ravagers, and Lings aren't as much of a core unit in the army, but definitely something that we can work with here as if we are Namshar.
I will point out as well, ReWhite is playing on quite a lot of ping. This is US West, and I'm sure he's more used to... I'm sure that he practices mainly on the Korean server. I can't imagine he'd spend too much time on NA server. So while the Oracle micro has been a little bit shaky, we can definitely put a lot of that up to ping.
We definitely can, and Namshar, he's also doing something that's been popping up here amongst the Korean Zerg players, and even some of the Europeans as well. Infestation Pit is on the way. Are you feeling Swarm Hosts?
What?
Yeah, we could be pulling a little bit of a dark here as all 3 Oracles zoom in between the bases, but don't get too much damage done.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Oracle control really has not been here this game for ReWhite.
Yeah, and it looks like he has actually scouted the Infestation Pit.
Oh no.
And upon scouting it, he throws everything down, by the way. Oh my god.
I don't think that was meant to be just one Oracle getting recalled there.
That was... oh no! It's okay, they all get out.
He's going to get them out. Yeah, nicely done. He does get them out.
Oh, it's fine, Poppy. It was intentional.
As yeah, we see second Robo Bay +1 air, Fleet Beacon all at once, and it does get scouted as well.
That was a pretty crucial scout here from Namshar. He does see all the tech as it got thrown down, and as a response, he goes for a Hydra Den, and he can go for a bit of a Hydra timing before the carrier count gets too high. Actually, he's not making carriers.
Tempests. Interesting. I mean, if we do see a very high-tech style coming out from Namshar and is skimping a little bit more on the units, this could really catch him off guard. It's kind of interesting as well that he is going for that Lurker Den. I have to check to see if he saw the Fleet Beacon.
Yeah, looking at the vision here of Namshar, he did see it building.
Yeah, he saw it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's good enough to have clicked on it just to confirm what exactly it was. Hydra Lurker Viper isn't a bad composition. I'm assuming that he's just going to be going for one big timing attack, but it takes a while here. Like, the Lurker Den's still in the way, we have to wait for upgrades. Vipers are being produced though, and the Vipers will definitely help.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I don't understand this timing. It looks like he's setting up for a timing that would be hitting around when 6 carriers are done.
You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. I do think that he wasn't necessarily set up for it. So because of this, ReWhite is getting a lot of time to just set up so well here defensively. We have stasis traps, we have cannons, we have shield batteries, we have gateway walls to deny bailing run-bys. Carriers are now being produced. We have a second cybernetics core for double upgrades.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, really. ReWhite really taking advantage of the features of this map. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of why I don't like this map.
Yeah.
I actually think this map is insanely strong for turtling, with all races as well. There's a lot of options for all races, including mech. And this is something that I think we're going to be seeing more and more for the few players who do decide to play this map.
Yeah, I mean, the walls are all over the place. There's no way to really counterattack and harass. We do have a lurker army pushing across the map, but it looks almost as if Namshar misread the situation because nothing here shoots up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really understand the idea behind this, considering that the fleet beacon was revealed. Maybe just thought that, you know, the fleet beacon was setting up for a later attack and that the robo, the double robo, was the tech that was going to be. But, 3 lurkers going down for just a couple stalkers. Brutal trades coming out here. And, yeah, it feels like a rough spot for Namshar here. His economy is not in a bad spot, but it's not really flourishing either.
I think I know what happened. I'm going to make a bit of a leap here, but before I reveal that, we do see a bit of an engagement. The Novas are going to be going off here on the army. Nice yoinks on those disruptors.
Fantastic stuff there. Takes out all of those disruptors.
But there's no anti-air. We got some Hydras.
Couple queens, couple Hydras.
Yeah. Okay, I think I know what happened. When the Overseer came in, there were 3 buildings. There were 3 buildings. There was the Bay, a Robo, and the fleet beacon. I think he went in and he clicked on the Bay and the Robo and just those 2.
Yeah.
And he thought that it was another Robo or a gateway that was being produced, and he didn't click on all 3 buildings. That's the only thing that I think could have led to him just being as passive as he was and rushing into lurkers the way that he did.
He would have seen the Cybercore researching.
Oh, this Cybercore is new. Cybercore is new.
Oh, okay. This is a new one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll play it.
Hyperion.
We do see Stasis Trap going to be finishing up. We do have the disruptors here that can be sending out a Nova, but no, those roaches going to be allowed to live. We do have this front base here with the shield battery, with the cannons. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for ReWhite to maybe reinforce this even further.
Yeah, we're lacking in shield batteries here, definitely. There we go. As if on cue. He knows what he's missing. We have some stasis traps. We have everything we need. Meanwhile, Namshar, he did throw down his own Spire. Doesn't have any upgrades yet, and he only has a single Spire, but he is setting up to transition into Corruptors. Meanwhile, before that happens, he's pushing up the road. No! Runs into a stasis trap.
Straight into that stasis trap. Big disruption shots coming out, but once again, fantastic yoinks out of the Viper. Namshar's been really on point with that Viper usage.
He really has been, but is it going to be enough as the Protoss army is going to be pushing this back? The Tempests are shelling away one after the other. We had some great yoinks on the Disruptors, but the Tempest count is getting higher and higher. Not just the Tempest, but also those carriers.
Tempest strategy is very interesting. This is something I remember seeing Nice doing at IEM against, I believe it was DRG. Do you remember what that really long game was that they had?
Oh god,
was that DRG?
I think it may have been DRG. I think I do recall that.
Yeah, so Nice had a really similar idea to this, where basically he's set up at the front with a big kind of cannon battery wall in front of a key base, a key forward base, and was using Tempests mainly to kind of skip to this split map scenario where he can just take very, very efficient trades.
Exactly. Speaking of efficient trades, there we go. Nice yoinks and 3 Tempests go down.
Great splits too.
Oh boy.
Namshar's dealing with this really well, and I mean, it's a very difficult situation. It does feel like strategically ReWhite is getting the best of this, but Namshar is still taking some good fights, good yoinks, and nice splits as well to dodge things out. It's just, this is a very difficult situation to be efficient in.
It is difficult, but you know what? He's doing his best. And there we go. 1-1 upgrades are on the way. We have a Great Aspire for Broodlords. We have the Infestation Pit and Neural being researched as well. So he is setting up to transition into a much more efficient army, more than what he's already been doing, which is pretty impressive. Once again, goes for the yoinks. Oh my god.
Oh, this time does miss a few of those Novas there. So all those Hydras going down. This is a terrifying army that has been put together here by ReWhite. The Disruptors, the Storm, the Carriers. This is just a brutal, brutal army for any Zerg to face. Yeah,
and unfortunately, Namshar lost every one of his Hydras, and now it's go time for ReWhite. He's going to be able to lay siege upon these Lurkers. The Revelations are good enough. The Novas go off as well. The Lurker count gets reset. Only one lives to tell the tale.
Yeah, one Lurker tucked behind this Spore Forest here, and this Spore Forest is terrifying. It was a very good choice to throw this down for Namshar, but Man, ReWhite didn't even care. He just fought over those spores and he took out all the lurkers.
Yeah, he only lost minerals, really. Only interceptors went down in that engagement, and Namshar has to rebuild. He is down to only one Viper, and he doesn't have any in production, so those yoinks that we saw earlier, I don't know how many more we're going to see.
Okay, so this is where I want to point out. I think I said this before. I really don't like when people call TVT a chess match because I don't think it plays like chess at all. But this is kind of like a chess match. You have both players. They have their pieces. There's like the spores is one piece, the lurkers is one piece, the carriers is a piece, the disruptors is a piece, and they kind of just have to keep arranging them in front of each other and positioning and testing the defenses, trying to see if there's any openings here and there until there's like kind of that checkmate moment where they have the perfect tech for the situation or something like that. I think this is the StarCraft chess analogy.
Yeah, there's a lot of like tech switching and refinement of the army as well that's involved. We see even here Namshar, he wants to get rid of these Hydras and Lurkers. Like he wants to get out of this and into more Corruptors, into Infestors if need be, or more Vipers. We'll see if he can get there comfortably because Novas are going to be going off and every Lurker goes down.
Yeah, really great Novas once again, and he is just going to be continuing to try to trade interceptors for units. We are going to be having that one carrier taken out. These Stormers as well, rushing a bit too far forward. There was one lurker that he couldn't see there. Nice little counterattack here from Namshar as well. So Namshar dealing very well with a tough situation.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go. The lurkers are pushing on forward. No detection available either. And as you said, that one hero lurker was able to hold the line here. 8 kills on that lurker. 8, I'm sure, very important kills at that. And ReWhite loses basically a mineral line.
Yeah, he does. I mean, there we go. We're going to be warping in those zealots there to deal with this. Nice revelation as well. So the last few of those lurkers will go down. But like you were saying, those lurkers, we don't really want them anymore, and that was a very efficient way to trade them out.
Definitely, definitely. You know, lurkers, they can struggle against things like disruptors, and what doesn't struggle against that? Broodlords. That's kind of where we should be heading. As I say that, Namshar did rebuild some of those Hydras. As a hatchery goes down here on the right-hand side, so it looks like he still wants to make use of lurkers. It looks like he still doesn't feel too comfortable making Broodlords.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there on the Broodlord point as well. Maybe just waiting to see if ReWhite will reveal his hand, but there we go. Big Storm goes down as well as that carrier being taken out. We do see ReWhite committing very hard to try to take out these spores, and he has overextended a little bit here. Do we have any High Templar here for Storm? We don't, and all these carriers are going to be going down.
Yeah, the carriers are going to be going down. We did not have enough Archons. The Archons morph in a little bit too late. But we have a transition into Blink Stalkers, into Ground Toss. Is this going to be able to catch Namshar off guard as he loses his Corruptors, and now he needs a ground army?
I think it is. This was really well done by ReWhite. He's found the perfect moment to go for that checkmate move, to go for the tech switch, and he's going to be committing fully into Stalker Archon on the ground here with those disruptors. We see back at home 5 carriers in production.
5 carriers. Aye. This is great for ReWhite. He's forcing Hydras right now, which is not what you want against carriers. One base goes down, a second base is going to fall as well, and ReWhite is going to be doing it here. I don't see a world where Namshar can kind of stop this.
Yeah, once again, the Chinese Protoss is just showing how smart both of them are, both ReWhite and in the previous game against Nicoract when we were watching JoliwaLoves. Both these players really clever in the way that they've been adapting to these games.
Definitely forcing them to play the way that they want to. We do see ReWhite overextending a little bit, is going to be forced back, but is just setting up for another Zealot run by. Is just going to back off and wait until his carriers arrive once again.
I love this. Look, the Hydra in the prison of in the F2 prison of spines. Okay, it wasn't on purpose.
Aye. Here we go. The Hydras, before they do force a cancel on this base, and we do have quite a number of them. Vipers are on the way as well. But the carriers, they're here, Papi. They're here.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's not messing around. This army is serious business here.
The only thing he's lacking is Storm, but do we really need Storm against all of this? It would help, definitely. The Hydras.
It would be nice, yeah.
It would be good.
It would actually be pretty nice. Yeah, I think so.
He doesn't need it. It's fine, Buffy. It's fine.
It's alright. You're the expert in judging Hydra flags, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Hydras, you know, they're a very niche unit, and not very often do we say that they look good. As here we go, we see potentially the final engagement here as ReWhite blinks on forward, forces Namshar to the low ground. Oh. Yeah,
the Protoss Death Ball charges on in, but a few of the Cotton Balls taken out of that Death Ball. Good yoings coming out from the Viper. Namshar with some fantastic Viper usage throughout this game, but there just isn't really an answer for all these carriers. None whatsoever. No spores bar one at this base, and with six carriers coming in here, what are we going to do?
What can we do as the Vipers are being focused on? We have some yoinks, but do we even have enough DPS to kill the carriers? No, we do not. GG gets called, and ReWhite takes down Namshar here on Near Humanity.
GG, and ReWhite just with very intelligent play from start to finish. So strategic throughout, and Namshar really up to the task as well. Made a very cerebral game out of it, but unfortunately the trade's just a little bit too good there for the Protoss, and just that little ground switch at the perfect timing did it.
It really did. Like, Namshar, unfortunately, I do think that even though his Overseer saw the fleet beacon, I don't think he saw the fleet beacon. I think that was blatantly clear that he was unprepared for the Skytoss army. Because of that, the Spire was late, the Corruptor upgrades were late, the transition into an anti-Skytoss army wasn't fully there, and despite that, Namshar did a really good job despite that. Like, regardless, you know, we saw him trade so well with his Vipers, the Spore Forest, his Lurkers. Like, he was doing well for himself.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Namshar had some really good ideas there, and his use of Vipers throughout was just fantastic. It was really, really well done. But yeah, I mean, Hydras kind of suck.
yeah, they do. So you know what? I may just have to quickly take a look at the rules.
That was only 3 games, wasn't it?
Well, it's a best of 7, so you know, we are going to have some more games ahead of us. At least one more. But yeah, we're just making sure that Namshar can pick any map here, as it is loser's pick.
Any map?
Oh.
You should pick.
What do you want to say?
Ohana.
Ladder map, Poppy. Ladder map.
It's a ladder map at some point.
Yeah, right. It's true. I hope he's not like misinterpreting that.
I'm trying to think. Zergbeth Protoss. Can he pick altitude? Is that allowed?
He could. I think he can. No vetoes. Yeah, there we go. Why not?
It's allowed. Disgusting. We live in a world where altitude is allowed. Smooch.
It's the best world. The perfect world. Let's go, Papi. Let's go.
I'm coming.
Do it. Alright, so yeah, we just needed a moment. Namshar needed a moment for his map of choice, but it is going to be altitude. Quite big, quite large.
Yeah, we do have the kind of the Pride of Altaris of this map pool. Although I would rather have Pride of Altaris, to be honest. It's hard to say that. It is.
Hey.
Here we go. We are going to be going into that Namshar versus ReWhite. And I do feel like these two players are pretty well matched. True. I say that.
True. I was going to say you say that, but don't Terrans have like a better win rate on this map? Am I crazy?
Yeah, you are crazy.
But am I wrong?
The only Terrans who are playing this is Gumio.
True. It's Gumiho and Milky Cow.
Pretty much. They want to be alone here.
Oh god. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. Alright, we're gonna be loading into game number 2. Could you give me a moment while I go and get some water? Because I
Oh, of course.
need some water. Oh, be happy.
Yes. Oh. Alrighty. And here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. I'm so sorry, guys. We're not going to have the lovely swoops. You're just going to have to imagine them yourself. We do have the blue Protoss playing for Starlight Twinkle. It is ReWhite. Now you're gonna have to extend a little bit of imagination for me here. You're gonna have to imagine that we're in the top right-hand corner of the map and we're seeing a lovely red Zerg. We're seeing all that nasty creep all around his base. We're seeing those overlords. Oh, there we go. Your imagination's so powerful. I'm proud of you guys. We do have PSISTORM's Namshar. They did it.
Oh,
They willed it into existence.
beautiful. Did you introduce?
It's like a kid's show.
Did you introduce ReWhite already? Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Do the swoop. Oh, he's worth it.
Beautiful, Poppy. Beautiful. Here we go. So, in an interesting turn of events, I did not expect this. SLT Starlight Twinkle, they're one game away from 4-0ing, which has never happened in this invitational. By the way, there has never been a 4-0.
Not in the history of this one invitation
Of the world.
of the world. Never before seen world record first attempt 100% speed run.
You're not wrong. That's the thing. It's crazy. And it's not something that I was really expecting, especially because of how close the group standings were coming into day 3, coming into round 3. So yeah, can they do it? Can they go all the way? Is Hyperion even gonna have to play today?
True. Zergs, they don't even have to play it. He just rocks up, picks Zerg. That's it. GG.
That doesn't work. Namshar's losing. What are you? What are you?
GG, puppy. I don't know what else to say.
Oh my god. But alas, as you mentioned earlier, Namshar, he was able to pick. It was allowed. It is illegal. It is not against the law to pick altitude.
Should be. So did you see Stargate coming out once again from ReWhite? Is he going to go for that Stalker again to deny the scouting?
Oh, is
I mean,
he is.
I'm just remembering now as well. The Oracles went terribly.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I was about to say, oh, is he going to lose the first Oracle immediately, dealing no damage?
I mean, it's kind of crazy how much of a game he made out of that. That was such good adaptation on the fly to being behind like that.
Definitely, and I do think that we can clearly say that he was behind. Like the Oracle control and the Oracle kind of damage just wasn't really there for ReWhite. He had to back off and try and find another way to get ahead, and yeah, he was able to take full advantage of Neo-Humanity. A map like Altitude, because it's so large, because there are so many avenues of attack, it's going to be harder to pull that off. Not impossible though, but I can't imagine ReWhite wants to get into that kind of sky toss composition again, right?
There's no shot. There's just, as you're saying, there's just too many angles to cover. The rotations are just a bit too comfortable here. So many spots that you have to set up those defenses there. So I do feel like it's fairly unlikely, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see as Namshar throws down his Roach one at around the 4-minute mark, so, you know, is as should be expected. The first Oracle gets across the map and is going to be able to confirm that. The Queen swatted away for the time being, and at least this time, ReWhite keeps the first Oracle alive.
Yeah, now there we go. We do see from Namshar as well. Going to be skipping out on the spores, at least for the moment. It's going to come down to his Queen movement, which he has shown he's pretty adept with as well. So there we go. The Queen's going to be dipping in, going to be deflecting this Oracle. The Oracle not taking too much damage, fortunately, but we haven't really been able to take advantage of these exposed mineral lines.
Yeah, not yet anyway, as we have even 3 queens set up at the 3rd mineral line. We have 1 spore in the main as well, so Namshar recognizes that he hasn't gotten as lucky this time, and he has to respect these oracles. He can't allow them to get too much damage done.
This is interesting. I feel like he must be sacrificing his creep spread to do this, because you don't really normally see this, all the queens in each base like this.
Yeah, it's something that that typically you have, you know, roaming queens, and you have a little bit more scouting information to keep up with all these oracles. Meanwhile, here we go, 4 adepts are looking to shade in, and they commit to the shade.
Okay, they are going to be committing into the shade, so ReWhite fully diving on top of these drones, but not really going to pay off just yet. Actually, 5 drones going down, and the oracle's getting out of there. Not bad at all.
Yeah, pretty good. The oracles survived. The adepts did all go down, but 4 adepts for 5 drones isn't too bad whatsoever, as Namshar is completely switching gears. He's going for a Spire.
Yeah, I really like this. I think Mutas would be a fantastic choice here, because we did have a very greedy transition coming out from ReWhite in that last game, and especially with this build, fast Mutas can be quite difficult to deal with, just because you don't really have the Stalker numbers to take that head-on fight. You can only really deflect them.
Exactly, and we were talking about how large this map is as well. The Mutas bouncing between all the bases. The Stalkers are going to have such a hard time keeping up. We do have a Stargate, so if this gets scouted, we can start pumping out Phoenixes and maybe even throw down a second Stargate, but that's a big if. These Oracles, they need to get in towards the natural, and I don't know if they can. I don't know if they will.
Yeah, these Oracles definitely need the scout. It looks like they're gonna get it, though. Nice revelation. He does see the Spire.
Yeah, revelations on everything, and now he knows, now he can respond, and how will he respond? So far is actually going to go for a recall to save all those oracles, and he's going for a fleet beacon.
Yeah, he finishes that recall, and yep, it's going to be going for actually the exact same transition.
Yeah.
Robo Bay fleet beacon.
This is so crazy. This is, I guess this is rehearsed. I guess this is his go-to, and to be fair, from here he can go into Phoenix production, and he can start Phoenix range because of this fleet beacon, so he can deal with these mutas. But right now he is not making Phoenixes at all. He's actually trying to call his opponent's bluff. Because the Spire got scouted, we may not even see mutas anytime soon, but we should.
Yeah, he's making +1 now. I feel like he has to, right?
He has. I mean, he's got a lot of gas. He's got 1k gas banked up.
Oh, there you go. One of those oracles is going to be going down, as we see carriers are being started. He just doesn't care.
I'm looking at his vision. He sees it right. Even right now, he sees the Spire.
Yeah,
he sees it researching.
He 100% knows.
Why are we making carriers?
He doesn't care.
He's killing me.
It's just mutas. Beta mutas ever hurt. Not a Protoss, that's for sure.
I mean, he can just go straight into Corruptors. Like, whichever one. Like, it's...
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a scout.
True. he has it. You're not wrong.
We just see cannons going down everywhere. He's being an animal puppy. Just carriers and cannons.
Carriers and cannons. This is wild. I mean... I guess I kind of understand in a way. ReWhite not going into Phoenixes, maybe he's afraid that his opponent is going to blindly go into Corruptors or something like that, so he doesn't want to end up in that situation. But the mutas are coming out, and that's a lot of mutas, and this is enough mutas to even dive upon 1 or 2 carriers if they are left unattended.
Yeah, I do like that he's put them over here where the 4 cannons are. I think that definitely was on purpose here, and I mean, I still like it. I think a Death Ball with Storm and carriers, mutas are pretty much dead supply at that stage. All you can really do with them is try to go for a bit of a base trade. And I feel like ReWhite's had enough time to set up cannon battery at all his bases.
Yeah, I think so as well. But here we go. The muta cloud is moving on forward. The Stalkers happen to be
Oh, no. No, the mutas.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
That was a really bad mistake there.
Yeah, unfortunate pathing. So many mutas go down. 7 mutas, basically half the cloud of mutas do end up falling. We do have a revelation as well. The Stalkers are getting in position.
Yeah, I mean, Namshar needs to get out of there before he loses any more of these mutas. Maybe going for a little bit of a bait, pulling these ones this way as the Lings set up to attack towards the left-hand side of the map. But oh my goodness, 5 cannons, overcharge Archons. These Lings are donezo.
Oh my god, it's insane. The Archons are not going to die. The Oracle show up as well. We do have a couple of Lings wreaking havoc in the mirror line. Only 4 probes go down as the Lings get cleaned up.
Oof. And behind that, more cannons, more batteries. This is bullet Protoss out of ReWhite right now.
Oh my god, this is what I'm telling you, mate. You're like, mate, Alta, do you think he's going to be able to turtle up? Hey, Protoss, life finds a way. As the mutants are going to be able to magic box on top of these Archons, but the Blink Stalkers were already nearby. They blink on forward. The carriers move forward as well. Oh.
Yeah, not the best trades. There are a lot of mutas going down, and he really cannot afford to be losing units like that. We do see behind this Namshar going very heavily into Mutacorruptor, so looks like Mutacorruptor Ling Bane is going to be the composition of choice, trying to get up into that kind of Corruptor count where he can start one-shotting these carriers, but it does seem like it's more of a defensive setup here. I'm a bit worried about these Stalkers, honestly. I don't know if Namshar has the answers for them.
I don't know if he does either. I mean, we're lacking Archons. The Lings are flooding on in. Nice target firing. These carriers are going to go down.
Yeah, the carriers are going down. These are Corruptors getting their value. 3 carriers gone down already before those Interceptors can really make use of themselves.
What about the Stalkers, though?
Yeah, the Stalker's definitely getting a little bit scary here. As I've got a bit of a freeze. Do you have one as well? Oh no, it's me.
Yeah, if you're lagging out, you may want to leave. You may want to leave. This is not a good time to lag.
All right, I'll jump out.
Oh. Okay. Oh boy. All right. I will kind of share the screen here, and thankfully there wasn't an insane like micro-intensive engagement at the time, as we are going to be unpausing here, and I'm quickly going to be sharing the screen. There we go. Oh god. And these Blink Stalkers are kind of getting out of control. The carriers are being focused down, and that's great. No, Lings are flooding in as well, and it looks like the Lings, with the support of these mutas, are going to be enough to force ReWhite back.
Yeah, big overextension from ReWhite here. I really think he could have taken this a bit slower, waited for Storm, and this army would have been absolutely devastating with Storm as support, but as it is, he is going to continue to try to get as much value as he can out of these Stalkers.
Oh, exactly. But you know what? A lot of Stalkers are going down here finally. Oh, Namshar backs off as well, and we have to try and take stock because a lot just happened. Namshar is rebuilding mutas of all things. He's doubling down. He's making 12 mutas right now. Meanwhile, what do we have from our Protoss player? Ground toss, Archons, and Stalkers.
Yeah, looks like we're going into Stalker, Archon. We do have Storm finishing up. I think it just finished up earlier as well as continued. Well, I was going to say continued carrier production, but we don't see any of that. Okay, no Storm. Interesting. I think I would like to see Storm here.
I would as well. Storm would be amazing against a really light army like these mutas and Lings. We do see the mutas just bypassing all of this and going straight towards the natural. At the same time, the Protoss army is going across the map and going into a pseudo base trade.
Yeah, a little bit of a base trade situation here going down. It's going to be a bit difficult here with just mutas to get past all this static defense. Some of those mutas as well rallying in, getting caught on the cannons. And yeah, Namshar really bleeding out a lot of mutas here. Not the best.
Not the best at all. Meanwhile, this Protoss Death Ball, it may be unstoppable. We're going for a recall. ReWhite doesn't want to lose anything here as the Zerg army shows up. Is going to be able to clean up any stragglers, but he was able to shut down 2 hatcheries and 20 workers.
Yeah, there we go. So they're going to be down to 4 bases. Meanwhile, the Protoss on 5 bases, not a bad position to be in whatsoever. Continuing to make Archons, pumping out a few of those extra pros to get that economy back up after the muta run bys. And he is starting to get into an army that's pretty terrifying for Namshar. Ling at muta, once we get up into a high enough Archon count, really just can't engage.
Oh, it really cannot. And we're just going to continue going for counterattacks, you know. You see Namshar is going to be able to take down this fringe Protoss base, but these bases from Namshar are that much more important here. ReWhite has the larger army. He just recooled, so he won't be able to do that again, but I don't think he really wants to. He's just going to be able to shut down the entire economy of Namshar.
Yeah, I think this is a very strong move from the Protoss. If you can identify that your army just beats the other army straight up, I think it can be good sometimes to go to these base trade situations because you will eventually force a fight and you know you're going to win that fight.
Yeah, and even here defensively, we've got cannons, we've got Archons, we have shield batteries as well. The mutas, they just take so long to shut this down. They're going for the magic box, and it looks like they're going to be able to take down the Archons. Ugh.
Big splash coming out from the Archons, and I mean, mutas, they are not cheap units. Every time one of these goes down, it is really rough here for Namshar, so he has to be really careful with these low health units. GG is called, ReWhite going to be taking it, and that is 4-0 for Starlight Twinkle.
Wow. GG, well played. I am in shock right now. I was like leading into this series, I was like, Hyperion's the ace player. You know, he's done so well for himself. He's been looking so hot in these matches. I can't wait to see him, and we're gonna have to be looking to him to lead the way here for SLT. But it's the Protoss players. There's 2-0s all around.
Yeah, really sick play out of both Protoss players, and with that, they are going to be getting the win for their team.
Wow. GG, well played. Congratulations to JoliwaLoves, ReWhite, and Starlight Twinkle as well. I don't know if they want to play out the last series just cause, like, maybe the players still wanna go at it, MindelVK and Hyperion. I'm unsure about that, but even if they did, it is impossible now for PSISTORM Gaming to win this series. Wow, yeah, really strong showing here by the Chinese Protosses.
Yeah, really impressive. Honestly, not much else to say. Just really clever adaptation to the games in front of them.
Definitely. So congratulations here. I know Starlight Twinkle, they were a dark horse. They were the underdog, but with this win as well, with a 4-0, I believe they are going to be coming out in first place. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we're probably going to have to see Wikipedia updated here, but I think they're just gonna take it all, mate. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. So just having a little peek over there, looks like, yeah, I think they come out in first place off that.
I believe so as well. So GG, congratulations here to Starlight Twinkle, really showing off to the international scene and the international community that they can go toe-to-toe with the Europeans, with the North Americans, even though they're a little bit more isolated, a little bit more secluded, even though we don't see them come out, break out of their shell often enough. Whenever they do, they make a splash.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, let me do some quick math. 10, so +3. I think they have to play at least one more to get the map score.
Oh,
because there's different prizes for first and second, right? Or is there a playoffs?
Yeah, there are different prizes, and it looks like we are gonna still be playing that last best of 2.
Awesome.
Oh, maybe we'll see.
Maybe
they're discussing it in game.
Okay. We will maybe confirmed, possibly.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. We have confirmation. Regardless of the score, these first 6 maps are going to be played. So yes, we are still going to be casting one final best of 2.
All right, sweet.
Oh boy, there we go. Can we go all the way? Can we see a 6-0? That's never happened. A 6-0 in a best of 7. Oh my god.
What?
Huh?
I sent you a message.
Oh.
Sag puppy.
Oh. No, didn't I tell you? Didn't I?
Oh, no?
Didn't I tell you? Am I crazy?
I don't think so. I wasn't listening if you did.
Oh. Hold on. Am I crazy? Hold on.
You are crazy.
I'm gonna check.
You're crazy puppy.
I'm gonna check some.
You're actually crazy.
No, yeah. I did.
Oh, okay.
Hold on,
I wasn't listening.
I gotta pin this message. I'm gonna pin this message in our DMs, and you can see what I told you a couple of days ago.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I just didn't put 2 and 2 together.
God damn it. Oh god. All right. Sorry. It looks like we are gonna be making a lobby here. And this game is gonna be played out on Gressvan.
Oh, sweet. Very good map, Gressvan. Always a good time.
Always, Bobby, always.
Cha.
Beautiful. So lobby has been made, and yeah, we are going to be getting into another PvZ, into Hyperion versus MindelVK. And MindelVK is in a really weird kind of scenario right now. On the one hand, he doesn't have no pressure, right? You know, like it's not like there's any weight on his shoulders, because in a way the overall series score is set. But at the same time, he's up against Hyperion.
What are you trying to say, though?
Hyperion, he's the big boy. He's
Why can't I train?
Do you have...
Oh, I think I had issues from when my...
Yeah.
I think whatever happened before, well, my Discord didn't cut out, so I don't think I was having internet issues. I think it was Blizzard issues. Finished game, by the way.
Oh, beautiful. All right. So you're gonna be relogging?
I'm trying.
Oh.
It says it's updating. You can just start and I can watch off your stream if you want.
Okay. Okay, I'm just asking the players if they are ready, and then we can get into this. At least for game one, I can of course share the screen. Oh.
No idea, but it's CVP. I need you to translate anyway.
You're like, mate, you know, it's gonna be fine. The unnatural Oracle over there. Yeah.
The bugs and the aliens. That's all you need to know, honestly.
Beautiful.
They're just running around pretending that, you know, they're balanced races. Crazy. They're crazy, puppy.
Oh, the Terran apologist is coming out. Oh no. Oh god. But yes, you can hear the beeps. We are diving into our final best of 2 here. Oh boy. And yeah, we'll see if PSISTORM Gaming can put a point on the board.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure they would love to do that. And I think it's probably their best chance to do it as well.
Definitely. As
well, definitely now.
It has to be, right? It has to be. As we are getting into this and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Gressvan, we have the Chinese Zerg player representing Team Starlight Twinkle. It is Hyperion.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map for PSISTORM in the orange, this is MindelVK.
Oh boy, and I love how the probe is nowhere near the natural, and Hyperion still goes for the triangle, for the the unnatural natural.
I've seen this before. It's so funny.
Smoke.
I think our laser does this as well.
Yeah.
It's just like I like it now.
Oh my god, it's mental bullying, Papi. You know, it's so sad.
Can't even be bothered with it.
Yeah. He's just been, you know, conditioned. This is your natural now. You like it.
He hasn't been forced into it. He likes it. Yeah.
It's abuse, Papi. Oh
He's like, don't block me. I actually want to be blocked. You know?
Oh my god.
There's the Cabal at it again.
Shaking my head. So Hyperion, you know, quote unquote forced to take the unnatural natural. I mean, this could be a sign of things to come. You know, maybe he wants a bit of a creep launch pad out into the center of the map, and he intends to be aggressive with this. Copium, it is possible that this is all his plan.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could definitely be seeing a roach attack being springboarded here, but I mean, cutting those kind of seconds on a map that's already very large doesn't really make the most sense.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking out for my boy, okay?
Oh no.
Yeah. So, apart from this, you know, we see pretty standard openers. We should be seeing a third hatchery. There we go. It is being thrown down here. We do see the probe going to be able to scout this. Not going to be able to slow it down, but does confirm at least that there's no weird two-base all-in shenanigans.
Yeah, so there we go. The natural is taken after all. And it'll be interesting to see. Okay, so MindelVK isn't going to go for a fast 2 adept. I feel like the only time where this base being here really does give you problems is when you have those double chrono 2 adepts coming in.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of jumping between your bases, forcing you to split up your lings. That is where it can get really awkward. I think in this case, it kind of doesn't really matter that he took his third first.
100%. Like, typically we have 2 adepts making this kind of like a dead zone or a dead space where drones can't really be rallied safely towards the natural base. But alas, that is not going to be the case here, as this adept actually gets 1 drone. Oh, gets 2. Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go. Nice pickoffs. MindelVK gets the 2 drones, gets some good scouting for himself as well. So that adept more than paying for itself, and we're going to be seeing. Ooh, okay. It's going to be a Void Ray into a very fast Twilight and a Robo. I think this is going to be an all-in behind this.
Yeah, I think so as well. Right now, MindelVK is only concerned with denying scouting information. I love this. The Stalker has this Overlord pinned down towards the south, and MindelVK is just making sure there isn't another Overlord trying to sneak into the main base, making sure Hyperion is in the dark.
Okay, I'm waiting to see if he pulls out of gas after he has enough for charge.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Oh, you know it, Papi. You know it. We are going into a charge all in. 4 gates, 6 gates on top of the 2 we have on the wall. 8 gates in total.
Good. At the Zerk.
Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks from yesterday.
Oh, the fake third as well.
Yeah, the fake.
Oh, I love it.
It could even be a real third. Yesterday you missed it. I was casting with Yaku, and we were flabbergasted because we casted MindelVK playing against, who was it? It was against 3Point. And MindelVK, 3Point was on 4 bases, by the way. He was like on 70 drones, and MindelVK literally went mass charge lots, and only charge lots off of 2 gases, and he won the game. It was crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, why not?
It's disgusting.
I think you're going to be seeing it once again, but here we go. The Prism is out, does have its payload there as well. So I think we're going to be seeing a big warp in, maybe even into the main here. There's just plenty of opportunity for chaos and aggression.
Definitely.
I think we recently saw... Go on.
No, go on.
Was it MindelVK that we saw against Terran, where he was just kind of warping in Zealots into his main over and over and over again until he died?
Yeah. MindelVK is amazing. Oh my god, and here we go. The Zealots are making their way towards the 3rd base. Meanwhile, the Prism is going all the way into the main as well. Hyperion is only just now catching wind of this, and with pure Ling, this is not really what you want. Zealots are just going to annihilate this.
Yeah, I think he might just be dead. I don't know what he can do to hold this, as we do see there is a lot of roaches in production, but it's going to come down to how much damage MindelVK can get before they're finished, and he is attacking all these queens, looking to get on top of these drones as well.
Oh, the surround and the roaches, they come out of the eggs, and it looks like the main and the 3rd base are completely annihilated. The mass Zealots. Zealot is all you need, mate. 1 unit, 1 upgrade. Let's go.
Yeah, that dead drone number on the left of the screen there, absolutely skyrocketing up into the 30s. GG is called, and MindelVK gets 1 on the board for PSISTORM.
Wow. GG, well played, MindelVK. He does it. He's not going to take this lying down. PSISTORM aren't going to get 6-0'd, mate. Nah, not here. He is able to take the first game against Hyperion. Hyperion, who, again, like, I consider to be the ace player of SLT.
Yeah, okay. So there we go. Going to be getting a little bit of an upset there. That was a very nice strategy there as well, just denying all that scouting and a nice sharp timing with that third behind it as well. So nicely done there by MindelVK.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Great job denying all of that information, and Hyperion was in the dark. He had no idea what the hell was going on until it was just a little bit too late. As I quickly update the score here. And our second map has been chosen. No surprise that the Zerg has opted to go for Altitude. All
right, so we are going to be seeing Altitude coming out once again. Didn't work out too well for Namshar there. But we're going to have to see who's going to be able to take the victory here, as I do believe the map score is going to be the difference between first or second here in the overall standings.
It is. It's all going to come down to the map score. So, oh boy, Hyperion, can he do it for his team? Can he go the distance here? We shall see as we are loading into our final game of the night.
That we are, and here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of the map, playing for PSISTORM here, looking to spoil the party here of Starlight Twinkle. It is MindelVK.
And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Altitude, we have his opponents representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Hyperion.
Hyperion.
What?
Ian?
Hyperion.
Hyperion.
Oh, yeah.
That's what his friends call him. It's not at work.
Is that what you call him?
Nah, I just call him Ian. Just a regular guy, Ian.
Normal human? Is that who he is? Is he one of the normal humans? Oh.
He's one of those normal guys, this one.
Let's go.
When he wants to win an IEM, he's going to change his name to regular Ian, not Hyperion. Calm Ian.
Let's go, Papi. Let's go. That's what we're going to be waiting for. As this time, Hyperion, he doesn't get into his own head, and he takes his natural expansion. Oh.
Yeah, good to see. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Look, this time there wasn't a probe to block him, and he went for it. He went for it. He didn't get scared.
So brave.
You just look. Actually, you don't understand, okay?
I really don't.
He was fighting against every fiber of his being. Was yelling at him. No, don't take this bait. It's not safe. It is not safe at all. And he fought against it, against nature, against his instincts.
Inspirational, truly.
He really is a normal man. Oh. Single tier.
It's going to be a Stargate. Yeah, single tier, indeed. We are going to be seeing Stargate coming out once again from the Protoss here, and I would love to see a Void Ray, regardless of what he's going to do from here, just to keep mixing things up.
Just get in his brain, Bobby. Get in his head. As I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I hope that we see it again, and MindelVK doesn't take a third and fourth gas. Ever.
Did he last time?
No. Well, he just pulled out. He just pulled out entirely out of gas.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see him stay on 2 gas?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god. Hello? Wait.
Hi.
Where are we going?
We're going on a magical journey. That's me and you, Light.
Is this intentional?
I'm like, Light, follow me.
Oh my
Follow
god.
me, Light.
Oh.
Light, follow me.
Oh. Where are you taking me?
We're going on a journey.
Oh, never
We're going
mind.
to the Zerg base.
We're going. Never mind. We're going back.
And then you're like, this is the bit where you're like, where are you? Where are you taking us? And I'm like, I don't know. This is okay. Fun story. This is what I used to do this all the time.
Oh, you're one of those people. Yeah.
So what I used to do is like me and my girlfriend at the time, we would like walk out of like a cinema or like a restaurant or something that we were in, and I would just start walking, and she would just follow me because I just start walking.
Yeah.
She's like,
you walk with
and I'd turn
purpose,
around
you
and
know?
I just walk with purpose. I just start walking in a direction, and she'd be like, "Where are you going?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I thought I was following you. Like I thought you'd tell me if we're going the wrong way." And she's like, "I just thought you knew where you were going." I'm like, "No." I just started walking.
You're in Hannibal.
It happened really often. I don't know how. Like, I think we're both dumb.
Maybe you should just ask. You know, communication is key. You know, in all forms
always
of relationship.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just start walking, and she'd be like, "Where are you going?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
I'm just going where the world takes me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You got to do it once in a while, you know?
You know what? Melbourne, I think, is a good place to do that in because you never know what you're going to find.
You do that in Sydney. It's not a good
Sydney,
time.
We'll never see
It's
you
really
again,
bad. You end up under a bridge, like in the water, in the harbor, and there's like a boat, like brr, brr, the boat goes over your head, and you're like suddenly scuba diving, but you're almost out of oxygen.
It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Yeah, you gotta...
And then you wake up on the other side of the harbor in Manly. They're like,
oh, not Manly.
You've been having nightmares of Manly. Well, I hate to tell you, but these nightmares, you're in one.
You're in one. As soon as you said nightmare, you had the voice. I knew where it was going.
As we just see a bit of a commitment to the Lings coming out of Hyperion there. Shield Battery Overcharge is going to be committed to keep safe here, as we do have the Oracles as well, skirting around for a bit of damage, bit of scouting as well. But all in all, we're having a pretty calm standard match coming out from both players.
You say that MindelVK is doing it, by the way. I called it at the start because MindelVK on altitude beat 3-point a couple of days ago, going mass charge lot, only charge lot. What I mean by that? Third and fourth gases, fifth and sixth. Oh no! He's taking a third gas. He's taking gases. He's crazy.
He is crazy.
Oh, it's not just charge lots, but it still kind of is though.
I think we're just gonna have a few Archons. Oh no, we're just not gonna.
He's tricky. It's a trick.
It's just for sure.
Yeah, exactly. He's not saturating at all. He's taking a fourth base. It's very Haas-esque, very 2020. Pure charge lots, mate. Oh, for 4
I guess the Lings were there when it was building. Like, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Exactly. He's selling a story that he's gonna make more than just one kind of unit, and he's kind of showing other units.
He's telling Hyperion that he knows where he's walking. I'm pretty sure he parked the car over here.
He doesn't own a car. He doesn't.
He can't drive. There is no car. It's like, we parked the car over here, and Hyperion kind of looks over and says, "What car? Are you the person that I came here with?
Who are you? What are you?" Oh my god, and this is terrifying. So a couple of things are going on right now. Hyperion, he at least has Baneling speed. He has roaches as well. The reason why 3-point got rolled is 3-point was going Lingbane Hydra, and the Hydras just melted to the Mass Zealot. So roaches are going to have a bit of an easier time. You know, we already have a couple of Banelings morphed in as well, so it's not like Hyperion isn't going to have the worst army here, but unfortunately he just doesn't see this coming. He has Lings across the map to try and go for a bit of a run by to try and figure out what exactly is going on. But here we go. The Prism is going into the main base. He's going for the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, there we go. The Prism is spotted. A lot of the army diverted into the main there. The Queen going to be doing its best to take out this Prism before it can get the warp in, but it's not going to be able to do so. The attack does come in on the side here. Quite a few drones going to be going down, but the Lings are in positions, as are the Roaches.
Oh, but you know what? The Queens in the main base are going to be going down. Meanwhile, the Zealots go back in towards the third as well. Hyperion is being pulled apart, and I am getting some deja vu. It wasn't just 3-point, but Hyperion is also experiencing MindelVK. We do have a Baneling run by it.
Great Baneling run by that immediately ties up the damage that has been done here. But at the same time, Hyperion, he has to deal with this. And this is the MindelVK special. He is just non-stop with these warp-ins. Doesn't matter if you trade well with the first, trade well with the second. The war of attrition with these Zealots. Eventually, he finds the weak point and he breaks you down.
Exactly. He just finds a way, and pure Zealot is the way to go here as 31 drones have gone down. Hyperion, his economy is in shambles, but he's able to force this back. But maybe I'm speaking too soon. We got another warping of Zealots coming in.
Yeah, he just continues to warp in, and I mean, these are not good trades here, but he is just kind of making it difficult for Hyperion to know how to split up his forces. We do see the Zealots towards this third base are starting to get some good trades now.
Yeah, they really are. Void Ray coming in as well, as there is no anti-air. All the queens were killed earlier. It looks like the main still hasn't been reclaimed here. The Zealots overpower the roaches.
I can't believe it. He just warps in straight in the faces of these roaches and begins to overpower. A lot of these Zealots going to be going down. There is just so little mining here for Hyperion. He's pretty much only mining at the natural, a little bit at the third as well, but he is just being starved out in his own base here.
Oh my god, he picks up and he drops down here towards the third once again. The aggression just doesn't stop. He warped in across the map, by the way. The Zealots find their way towards the fourth, and the fourth is completely forfeit. Another massive win. He just doesn't stop.
Oh my goodness, this is disgusting. This is exactly what he was doing against the Terran in that game that we saw before, where it just, I don't know, it feels like the defender is on top of it at some points, but it just never stops.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop. And there we go. The third base has finally been broken. GG gets called. MindelVK. Just altitude. He just knows what to do. Another victim here as MindelVK takes the best of two in a 2-0 fashion.
Mate, it's the heartbreaker. It's the absolute heartbreaker. Doesn't really do anything for PSISTORM, but it does mean that CSO beats Starlight Twinkle on the table.
I think so. I think we're going to have to go and do a little bit of math, but because of MindelVK, Starlight Twinkle do not have the best score overall moving in towards, you know, the final tally, and MindelVK, he's an animal. This mass Zealot style is crazy.
That ties PSISTORM up with Platinum Heroes, so I'm not sure what the tiebreaker there is. I guess it's probably the head-to-head, which I think PSISTORM won.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, no, because PSISTORM, they're out of the running because they still lost the series. They're 1-2. They're 1-2. Yeah. So
they come third instead of fourth.
Oh. That's interesting.
MindelVK has just made things real spicy.
Yeah, wow. Okay, GG, well played. So again, congratulations to MindelVK. He just has a very unique style of PvZ, and it's not something that I've seen too often from other players.
It's disgusting.
It's just so out of left field. You never expect a Protoss player who's on 4 bases to literally only be mining from 2 gases, and he rushed out +1 attack. He had +2 attack as well that finished up in the middle of all of that, and you just keep warping. You just don't stop warping in Zealots. You just don't stop.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Even if it seems like a bad idea, just keep warping them in until it's not a bad idea anymore.
I remember when I was casting this yesterday with Yaku, I specifically said keep this VOD away from Asher. It's like, don't let him see, otherwise he's gonna have a new PvZ build.
I don't think I'm gonna do it. It seems too boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, good. But GG, well played. Congratulations once again to Starlight Twinkle for taking the series overall. But edits are being made on Liquipedia, and I think we are getting the final scores here. It looks like CSO Esports are going to be coming first, followed by Starlight Twinkle, followed by PSISTORM Gaming, and then last is going to be Platinum Heroes.
MindelVK, you cheeky boy.
Wow.
That last game actually just completely flipped the whole ladder.
It really did. It really did. Oh my god. Single-handedly just, yeah, doing it for his team, you know, earning a little bit of extra money, getting him in that third place. And, speaking of the team, speaking of the lineup, speaking of the money that they're going to be earning, everyone in the chat, exclamation mark, Matcherino in the chat. There is a Matcherino page for this tournament. And you can help support this tournament by clicking the claim coupon button. You can add some money to the prize pool, and you can even contribute yourself if you so want to. If you want to support these teams, if you want to support these players, you can donate to the Matcherino. It's completely up to you. You do not have to, but if you wish to, the option is there.
Yeah, there we go. So if you want to support that, that's what you can do there. And yeah, overall, I think we had some really great games today, actually.
Yeah, we really did. We really did. Oh my god! Wow. I'm just yeah, I'm a little bit in shock. I'm a little bit in awe. It was a roller coaster ride of emotions, mate. You know, we had the Milky Cow saga, we had the MindelVK comeback, you know, we had...
It's all Milky Cow. I can't think of anything else.
It's all Milky Cow, papi. It's all Milky Cow. Yeah, what an insane night of StarCraft, and I hope everyone in the chat enjoyed themselves. I hope everyone had a good time. We even threw in a little bit of 2v2s in the middle there as well. We had some 2v2 ladder gameplay. You know, it wasn't the most high quality, but you know,
it happened.
It happened. It happened. Oh my god. GG. GG.
GG's.
Oh god. With that, Asher, stream? When stream, Poppy? When stream?
I don't want to. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't want to. I think I'm just gonna wait till I want to. I'm not gonna force myself to do it.
You know, mate, I'm retired, Poppy. I'm done.
I feel like there will come a time when I'll really want to, and then I'll put on a nice fun stream for the people, and we'll have a good time.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, it's all about the mood. You know, you gotta make sure there's no smudging. We're all having a good time. Yeah. The vibe has to be right. You know, it's gotta be right.
Yeah.
But if it does come back, where will it be, Poppy? Where will it be?
Twitch TV /AsherBro.
Oh, there you go, Poppy. There you go. Exclamation mark AsherBro in the chat if you want to check out his lovely Twitch channel and give him a bit of a follow. You know, he may not stream today, tomorrow, or even next week, or even next month. But when he does stream, you'll be notified.
And if they want to see a streamer that does stream?
Oh. Exclamation mark Vindicta. Oh god. Lights in the chats. You can follow me at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do stream throughout the week. I was streaming just earlier today as well, just before we went live. Just some cheeky ladder sessions, you know, trying to shake the rust off. We're trying to get good again. And Asher, I'm motivated. Gib customs.
Let's go.
Gib customs. Yeah.
I don't want to ruin your motivation. Let's go now.
No. Another day. But yes, you can follow me there if you're interested. You know, just some fun ladder sessions. We try not to smudge. We try to have a good time. Emphasis on the try. And yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching again. Matcherino in the chat if you want to support the overall event itself, and if you want the organizers to have motivation and incentive to maybe do this again. You know, this mid-season invitational is very new. It's the first time they're running it, and hopefully we see more in the future. Also, a massive shout out to KJ in the chat. KJ Freedom. Yeah. The owner of PSISTORM Gaming, I'm sure very happy and proud of his boy MindelVK, doing it for his team, fighting back in a very unique fashion. He's crazy. Puppy. Yeah, he's crazy.
Indeed.
Oh my god. With that, again, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much for the support. You can support us, the CranKy Ducklings, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. We have a YouTube channel where we upload all of our VODs. We have a Discord where you can interact with us and you get all the announcements when we go live. And you can support us on Patreon and Twitch. If you want to support us monetarily, you know, you can support us that way as well. And Asher, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night?
If you ever find ghosts in your house, make sure that you get those Ghostbusters on it ASAP. Don't just leave them there. Deal with it, because next comes species.
Who are you gonna call?
Corruptors?
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.